Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and this is day 19 of 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And this month we have 31 exclusive sketches that were created for this hop. And this one is by Pam Nichols. And it is such a cute little sketch. And I'm going to use the Bo Bunny Beautiful Things collection and document these two pictures at the airport waiting for my grandmother and when she arrived. I have the ephemera kit. I have the puffies, which have like arrows and speech bubbles and dots and things. I have this sticker book. And then I'm also have this Paper Studio. I love these. They're really pretty and these colors really go well with this collection. And so I brought those in because there was at least one thing on there I wanted to use. I have stickers on this sticker in the project pad and alphas, which I'm not going to use those round alphas. And then I have some loose papers as well as some scraps that I don't end up getting to use. I do have scraps that get used, so don't worry. So I have papers and embellishments and my pictures and this awesome sketch. So let's see how this goes. So first things first, I am matting my layout, which the sketch doesn't necessarily call for that, but I wanted to use this really pretty dark pink with this gold on it. I love to use gold and pink or shiny and pink for sure when I am documenting my grandmother, if at all possible. And this is the perfect time to do that. So I left the pink as a solid, not 12 by 12 because the project pad, it's like 11 and more than 11 3/4, but still. And then I trimmed down that light pink paper by about a half an inch, maybe a full inch. So I got the sketch right there so that I can kind of figure out what I want to do. I'm wanting to use this paper that I cut. It's about 6 inches, and I'm wanting to use that as those layers in the bottom. And so that's exactly what I did. And I was a little tentative about it. I don't know what made me think to do that, but I really love the concept of like the hills because my grandmother is flying in. And so I originally was going to put some like airplanes on here because we're at the airport and I have a ton of airplanes and we don't rarely fly anywhere, but it just did not fit and the ones that I had weren't going to work. So they were either like reds and blues or they were like too big or, the green didn't work right. So I end up tearing this paper, and I really do love the way this turned out. Now, this layout is pretty simplistic, and you can more is more this sketch. I mean, that's what I love about sketches. You can more is more them as much as you want, or you can keep it kind of simple, and I really keep it pretty simple. But I do love the way these papers turned out. I'm going to take my black soot, and first I'm going to ink this strip of this long paper, and it's got, I'm about 99% sure it's salvage patina. It's just what was ever left over on my dauber, and I'm pretty sure it's salvage patina because I felt like it was going to be pretty much the same color as this paper. It was just going to give it a little definition. And then I lined just the very edge with black soot. And I really, really love the way it turned out. So I just tuck this other piece in that's kind of mimics that other hill or the, far left hill. I tuck that in underneath, and then because I've got that torn edge that's got the white and then the inking, it helps it stand out. And then I do the same thing with this piece. Now, this piece has a butterfly on it. So instead of tucking it under very much, I only tuck it under a very, very small amount so that the butterfly is still mostly complete. But there's a definition there where that line is. And I really, really do love it. And so I really decided I said that way too many times, really, I decided that I wasn't going to do a whole lot more than what this sketch is calling for. So I pick out a paper that I'm happy with, and I love these butterflies. I was looking for blue, and there is like a dark blue in the back, like a mostly solid, but I liked the butterfly concept. Since I don't have the airplanes, the flying butterflies kind of went along with that. So I don't want to use this paper to where I'm not gonna say waste, but I thought if I gut the paper, then I can use this other the outside part on maybe a facing layout or something, or just on another layout. So that's what I did. I gut it in the middle and left about 1.5 inches or more around the outside. That way, if I cut the inside part at an 11 by 11, then there is perfectly enough space or enough of to work with in the middle. And then I did trim my pictures down very small amount. That right there is, you can tell that it is not a full 6 inches anymore. One's about 5.5 and one's about 5.25. So I just cut these butterfly papers down, and I'm going to map my pictures on there, and I leave it thick enough to where you can kind of get the gist of the butterflies, but I didn't want it to be too thick because my pictures are already wider than what the sketch looks like it's calling for. Now I started to put these pictures in backwards, and I wouldn't really matter that much because that could be, the others, but the first, that's the chronological way that they happened. I took a picture of the kids with their signs for my grandmother, and then my grandmother came and saw the signs. So it wouldn't have mattered because whatever, but I wanted them in this way so that I can use that space underneath to put some embellishments on. So I found that pink circular embellishment in the embellishments kit, and I pulled a couple other things out like that butterfly tag and that little title that says beauty is everywhere. And I am putting this circular bit down here. It's got just like a floral on it. And my grandmother loved pink and shiny. And so that's what she's getting. She's getting pink and shiny and flowers and butterflies. The only thing I don't like about this collection is there's a lot of really creepy bugs in it. Like, not attractive bugs. No offense, bug people. However, I don't know if you'll see any of them while I'm flipping through the sticker book, but they're just kind of creepy critters. They're not, like butterflies and moths and dragonflies can be very pretty, or but these like beetles and stuff, even bees are kind of, cool, and I get like that why those are in a lot of collections, but I wasn't certain with a beautiful things collection why there were beetles, and I think there's another kind of bug in there, and it's like, I don't get it. So, but whatever. I just stick with butterflies, and I'm going to have to find a way to use these creepy crawly bugs that are in here because I don't like wasting. So anyway, while I was rambling about the bugs, I put a little label from the sticker book down next to that pink circular flower, and I wrote the date on there. And then I've added a couple of little embellishments up here on right in the middle of the layout, really. And I added a little heart in a couple of places and some word phrases from the sticker book. And I am now putting Nouveau Deluxe down so that I can put these little round bits from the puffy stickers to do some scattering. And of course I covered my tag hole because, that's what you got to do. And so that is it. I'm going to show you this really neat sketch. I do want to use this sketch again. I have some really pretty sky paper and some really neat paper that I think would look really good as hills. I've never seen mint colored hills, so it would be more realistic looking. So but I do really like how simple and colorful this layout is. And of course, these memories make me super happy to document as well. And there's that You Are Here. That's what I pulled from that Paper Studio collection. All right, that's it. So I hope you'll go below to the playlist and hop along and watch all the other amazing creatives. And also, I hope you'll come back and see me real soon. I'll be back tomorrow with another sketch. Have a great night and happy scrapping.